ACP, you see this?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Dear world, I'm writing this letter in an attempt to make things just a little better. This is about living through life's stormy weather, because the truth is that we're not gonna live forever, and that's my point. Well, let me start with my boy that's doing 15 in a joint. Man, he could hoop, but he loved the street life. Could've went pro, instead he chose the street life. He turned rapper and wrote about the street life, but still could not make it out the street life. And one day he bought a Glock. Wait, now page number 2 will take you to another block. A man and his wife can't get along, all they do is fight. Both too stubborn to apologize, and sometimes it gets so bad they hope each other die. And one day she couldn't take it no more, so she decided to run out of the door. She jumped in the car and swerved off in a rage, and baby I'm sorry was all over his face. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now that my homie done bought himself a gun, he stuck up some liquor stores, now he's on the run. Do anything to avoid the police, now he's strung out on drugs and life is getting deep. To anyone, he would do anything, give him the chance and he'd steal anything. Next thing he did really screwed up his life, but first let's go back to the husband and wife. Now he's on the phone with his pastor, and she's on the phone with her mother. He tells his pastor the woman is driving me crazy, then swore up and down she's not the same lady. She says, Mama, the man has been treating me so bad ever since we found out that I couldn't have babies. Then Mama says to her, girl, hold on. Pastor says to him, be strong. No, we don't know what tomorrow will bring, so let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. Saying just in case. Now there's a warrant out for my boy's arrest, cause he done went and stabbed someone in the chest. Man, them drugs just got him breaking all of the rules now. His face is posted up and all over the news now. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the husband and wife are starting to break down. She says to Mama, maybe I ought to call him. And Mama said, now that's the spirit. He says to Pastor, maybe I should call and say I love her. He say, I'm sure she loves to hear it. Then she gets a call on the other line. It's the doctor saying your test results came back fine. Congrats, girl, you're pregnant. Then she cries, finally a miracle sent from heaven. Now meanwhile, the other side of town, all hell done broke loose and it's going down. Cops chasing Reginald all over town. He's running every red light and driving real wild. Now meanwhile, and this ain't fiction, here is where I need y'all to pay close attention. She's so happy, she calls her husband up. He says, I'm sorry, baby, just as soon as he picks up. She says, I'm sorry too, and I got good news for you. Steve, I'm pregnant and on my way home to you. He jumps for joy, scream hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. While Reginald is still chased by police. She takes the highway, it'll get her there much faster. Reginald on the skyway, chase lasting forever. With the helicopters right over his head, with the searchlights on him, oh man. Now he starts panicking, Rachel's driving, so excited she's not realizing that just a block away, a man is on the run, while the husband's at home praying for a son. And the policeman is screaming for the call. Rachel calls her husband and says, I'm getting close. He says, honey, I'm fixing up something special in the kitchen. And at the same time, Reginald makes a stupid decision. He turns down a one-way street. Then Rachel notices this car coming and yells out, Steve, out of control, a senseless mission. Next thing you know, a head-on collision. Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
But I know that there's more for you, more for us.
Children, rain all night long. Didn't it all, didn't it all, oh my Lord, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain, children? Rain all night long. Didn't it all? Didn't it all? Oh, my Lord. Didn't it rain?
You can't run from it. You can't deny it. You can't pass it off. It's your call. God knew what he was doing. He knew who he was calling. And he expertly and intricately detailed every aspect of your life, your being, your persona, your psyche, your physicality, everything about you, from the texture of your hair to the color of your eyes to the way that you laugh to the fingerprint on your thumb. Everything is connected to your calling. And until you walk into the fullness of the thing that you were created for, you will find yourself frustrated. You're called.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
If I ain't your partner, I keep a hand on me. After what they done to me, the same ones who put us to sleep. We all used to be in the G. How could you do me so dirty? How could you wake till I leave. It's like you was hating on her. So now you gon' dive and breathe. I got accused of some murders and matters, so I did some time in the bed. So motherfucking body again. Niggas ain't solid. Shit got fucked up. Niggas got fucked up. Now my man is on the stand raising a motherfucking head.
Let's go. Two. Let's go. What's up the case? Yo! Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. What? 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 Everybody ain't your partner. What? When is so we gonna go there tonight. That's where we at. What up going on, Dream Team? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Everybody that's in the chat, man. I love every last one of y'all. Y'all holding me down. Y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Okay, cool. I had to see what was going on. Like, hold on, something ain't right. What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Dream Team in the building. What's up? I gotta fix my monitor real quick. I don't like that. So let me adjust that real quick. Hold on. Let me adjust that real quick. There we go. Boom. All right. So shout out to everybody that's here, man. I appreciate everybody. Y'all sees. I'm making up words. Y'all sees what's been going on for the longest, right? Y'all sees what's been happening. Y'all sees what's been going on, and y'all sees what's been happening, right? So what I want to say is, shout out to everybody that's here. Wisdom Daughter said, "I've been waiting on this all day." I appreciate everybody, man. It took me a while to took me a while to get to this point. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through the formalities real quick, and then I'm just gonna go straight to it because some things I want to talk about. I'm gonna show you some facts because I'm tired of the lies, and I keep telling people I will let you lie for as long until I get tired of it. And when I get tired of it, I'm gonna drop the gauntlet, and I don't give up who you are. So let's go here. If you want to donate to the channel, you go ahead. There's a box at the bottom of the chat. It's called the super chat. They got a dollar sign in the box. You go ahead and donate anything you want. Any much little, any much big, any much in the middle. It don't matter. I appreciate everything. That's not mandatory. That's just voluntary if you want to do it. If you want to hit the Cash App, it's going across the bottom of the screen. $ official Dana J. Y'all know how to do it. I appreciate everybody. Why is this on here? I appreciate everybody for whatever y'all donate. I thank for the donations that came in so far. Y'all must have knew I was going live today. After what happened, y'all knew I was going live today. So thank y'all so much. Also, that's voluntary. What's mandatory is that you violate the sugar honey iced tea out of me. And you know how you violate me? Hit that like button. That's mandatory. Hit the like button. Coming in, going out. Violate the hell out of me.
Then on top of that, you can share me out. You can subscribe. I'm on a road to 10,000. I built so many pages and I had to destroy those pages because those pages try to come against me. You can't come against the man that put you there. You can't come against the man. But now there's a page out there that paid for damn near 60,000 subscribers. And the weird part is this person leeches to anybody that they can get something from and then stab them in the back. So what's been said around the internet by the zoo, that's what I'm calling them. I'm calling her Sharimbi and the zoo animals. So what's been going on? What up, Max? What's been going on is I am about to slay the fake prophetess. I'm about to slay the voodoo encanter. And I'm going to say this. It's one thing to tell the truth, but it's another thing when you want to lie on me. So now this has become ultra personal. Since you say I'm stalking you, you got to prove it. And I have been lenient beyond lenient. People have been telling me, Dana, destroy her. Don't play with her. And I'm like, nah, that's not my business no more. I'm done with it. I'm this and this. So I want to talk about, and I'm going to start here. Dennis Byron did a live the other day. And people was lost. Even some Dream Team members was lost. I was even lost. When I went and seen the live, I said, what is Sharimbi doing on his live? And he said he don't deal with Sharimbi. Am I being punked? So as I listened to it, it was the playback from when me and him was beefing over Sharimbi and the zoo. And the last thing I told him was, when she bites you, your ass gonna know it. Because you ain't gonna know what to do from that point. I'm immune to the bullshit because I have it all. What's been played on the internet streets was one phone call with a federal informant. I have 4 parts. That means 3 haven't even been played yet. I've been lied on about a car that I was trying to be a friend to someone who wasn't a friend to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show a series of pictures. Uh-oh. I'm going to show a series of pictures, and I'm going to show you how nasty this is going to get tonight. This is just part 1. I'm going to do a 5-part series. Every night, I'm going to do a part. This is how nasty this is about to get. I don't care how anybody feel. If you have feelings, leave now. This just where it's at. Everybody can have an opinion, but if you got feelings, if you've been duped by the zoo, and you know you've been duped, but you've been carrying on a lie to assassinate my character, you might want to leave now. Because after tonight, you ain't going to be able to carry the lie no more. So, What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop something called Cell Block 1. Because that's where we at. We're in a zoo. We got a silverback running crazy line on motherfuckers. And we got all of her zookeepers like Tall Glass. I'm calling you out, bitch. I don't like you. Like Tall Glass. And all them other idiot Ethiopians over there. A bunch of starving Marvin South Park rejects. Told you, you about to get the whole old Dana now. Because we about to go to school. So what happened today was I went to Clayton County Court, right? And because we had a case today. They were saying, or she was saying, we don't got no case. We don't got no case. You gonna go up there for nothing. We don't got no case. Well, like I tell everybody, you don't have to listen to me. Just go do your research. When you go do your research, you'll start seeing stuff like this. And when you start seeing stuff like this, you're gonna be like, hold on, something don't make no sense. First of all, she said one of the charges was taken away. Well, can somebody count with me? Don't you see 7 charges? Don't you see 7? So at that point, people should have walked out because they knew it was a lie, right? The date of the day is the 11th, right? Ain't it 8/11? Wasn't we supposed to have jury calendar today? So Dana, you couldn't have been lying. She wanted to make you a liar. And that's what the crew wanted to make you into, is a liar. Well, here's the docket for the day. Here's the docket for the day. And when you come down, the third one from the bottom say what? And room what? Case number what? The time what? The day is Monday, ain't it? Ain't it is August 11th? And I took this picture what? At 8:55 a.m. So who's the liar? So who's the liar? And you have the whole network, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you got the network that'll jump out there for her because that's how their network works. So when somebody sent me a community wall of her hired gun that jumped out there and started talking crazy, I said, somebody got paid. So now they about to start coming after people. Somebody got paid. And I was like, wow, the world is crazy. Because now you got people that you paying to go after content creators and all that. But nobody want to talk about that. So let's talk about what I'm about to declass. And when I'm about to declass, I don't think nobody want to talk about it because nobody have it. Except for me. Now, what was said was I was lying. Nobody said anything. Dana, you can't be trusted because you hating on the gorilla. Well, a lot of people was like, Dana, is this true? And I get on the line and say, well, I ain't gonna say nothing about it. And I just say one day it'll come out. So let's start here. Now y'all know about Clayton County. So from Clayton County, I drove all the way to Fulton County today. And all of the marshals know me. Everybody rock with me down there. And I went to 4F. I seen Wisdom's daughter taking notes. I seen some other spectators taking notes. I spoke to all the marshals. Judge Dunway looked like he's about to pass out. He was sitting like this. So I sat down next to Wisdom's daughter. Ain't move, ain't say nothing, ain't look nowhere. So Deputy Scott got up and walked over to where Lieutenant Walker was at. I laughed. I said, hey, go to bullshit. Somebody see me, but I don't see them. Scott come back. Jack, let me holler at you. We go outside. He said, yo, you and that crazy lady still going through the same stuff? I said, yeah, man, they keep, postponing courts. I don't know what's going on. He said, didn't y'all have court today? I said, yeah. But her lawyer put in a continuance. Wait a minute. I thought the prosecution did it. I thought I asked for it. No. The lawyer put in for a continuance because he's doing a murder trial, and he said, Sylvia is not important. Tell me I'm lying. I was at court today when he ran down and told the judge, somebody ain't pay a bill. I'm going to leave that right there. Ain't none of my business. I don't care. I'm just ready to get this trial over with. I'm ready to present my evidence, and I'm ready to see what the jurors got to say. But what was said was, because he tried to crack slick walking past me and said, you stalking my client. Y'all know I got a lazy eye, but when he said that, and my eye was like, ding, 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 ding. What? I'm stalking your client. Yeah. You tried to get her locked up in New York. Where's this narrative coming from? Dude, do you realize that I was the first one to say I'm going to cover the Diddy trial? Do you realize that 4 days before I arrived in New York, that your client had a meltdown and said she was going to the police department because I was coming to a public Diddy trial? And he looked at me and said, oh, you lying. Nigga, I will prove it, and I'm going to prove it in court because I'm going to bring this shit back up. And I said it in front of 4 marshals today. And I looked him in his face and I said, you're a piece of shit. And I'm going to show the world that you and your whole zoo family are a piece of shit. Just to get down to Fulton County, and they say, well, Jack, you don't got your papers. So she was here first. So what we can do is we can take this all the way up to major. I said, nah, man, it ain't even worth it. You know what I mean? I was just trying to work. I was trying to get some in-depth support so that way I can bring to my channel and let people know what happened, what's going on at the Nesto trial. That's it. But if it's going to go like this, she can have it. She can have it. But the conversation in the hallway when the lieutenant walked out was, Jackson, we know what's going on and we don't want you to feel any kind of way. And I turned back and looked. I said, Lieutenant, how long have you known me? And she said, 6 years. I said, you know I'm about to bring hell, right? She said, yeah. I said, be prepared. And she looked, she said, ho, 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 ho. I didn't do anything. I said, no, you didn't. But now I'm about to force you to do your job. So with that being said, I will be going to I will go to every court case in Fulton County and in Clayton County and out of town when I want to go. So Lieutenant said, she said that you are stalking her and she feel unsafe and you harassing her. So I asked her, I said, look at her and look at me. What is there to harass? I said, Lieutenant Walker, you know my track record. You don't even believe that. And she said, I knew it was bullshit. Because that's not even in your jacket. So I'm harassing people, right? Okay. You're going to wish you never played that card. Because now I'm going to hold you to that. Now I'm going to hold you to that. Even in front of the judge, I'm going to hold you to that. Because now we done went into defamation. And I'm going to take it all the way up the chain now. Now you done told people that I'm stalking and I'm harassing. Woo, baby. I hope everything that you collected from YouTube can pay for what's coming down the pipe. Because you can't stop the hustle. Can't stop the hustle. I don't talk to you. I don't speak to you. I don't even look at you. And people that really know me, when they send me videos and be like, Dana, and just look at this, I get mad at them. And I tell them, I can't listen to this shit. It's like I'm listening to a retarded kid. Hi, guys, you know, prayer, affirmation. Well, shut the fuck up. But people won't play games. People won't play penitentiary games. Well, you know what I say. Let the games begin. Because now we're going to talk about some real shit. And you don't have no other choice at this point but to deal with it. This is the house that Dana built. And you played in it. So this first picture you see is when we was all cool, right? And you're going to see some shit that's going, and I put it to you like this, it's going to trigger some people. And some people is about to get hit and they don't deserve it. So she hit me up on Thursday, April the 16th, 2020 at 6:51 p.m. and said, the sisters are on Opinionated. That's somebody that I used to beef with. And then he turned out, you know, he just disappeared and we left it at that. So I put am on it. That's me in my Ebonic time. So she said, Dana, what is going on? Randa is angry. What is going on? You see, I never responded. And then she hit me this $1 million initiative letter, right? We're going to keep going. Then I'm going to tell you, there's going to be some shit in here, and I'm going to give you the narrative straight to the point. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. So on Thursday, February 13th, 2020, she said, I don't like the way you're treating me. I am backing away from you. This is when they started planning their little coup. And then she said, I have been loyal to you, but I see how you move when someone disagrees with you. Well, let's stop right there. How you going to be loyal to me and you caused all the problems with the firm and everybody to backstab me? Let's talk about it. So you see my response. I said, huh? What are you talking about? I'm not treating you any kind of way. But that's your choice. You're grown, Sylvia. I did nothing to you. Then she said, Dana, you never take responsibility of what you do. You are a trip. Okay, you never do anything. You treat people real perfect. Cool. I see how you really move. Well, you can't get me in a trick bag to do dumb shit. And this is when they was trying to get me to agree to that Dr. Rice audio. Bullshit. Rob, my man. I told you, I'm going to let it all out. So here you go. She called me and told me Demetrius was messing with her. So after I called Johnny on my live, Demetrius sent me everything. So Demetrius said, and this is Demetrius going to the Silverback. He said, you do some backstabbing shit. Then you want to say you scared and call the police. I don't got to go no further. He told her, you do some backstabbing shit. Then you want to say you scared and call the police. You recorded me without my knowledge and call yourself tricking me, and people wonder why they come up hurt. That was totally deceitful and disrespectful. And people like you want to call others a snake. You a rat. That's Demetrius talking to her. And then she say, you know who the real rat is. Deceitful is your middle name. You should be ashamed of yourself. You lied to me. You can call me whatever you want, but don't threaten me. We know who the real rat is. You can't talk to Johnny like that. Johnny said, don't write me again, rat bitch. Motherfucker, something else. But trust me, I'm going to get to that because it's going to come up again. I told you, ain't none of this in order. When the feds came to my house to get my computer, I hung up on Sylvia and I hung up on my live. I told you I'm going to declass all this shit. So when people talk about, oh, Dana, you had to do something. Listen, I let people play their own hand. Trust and believe. But here you go. I said, okay, I'm pissed. Though I'm going to walk. I need to let off some steam. I'm good. Because Sylvia kept saying, I'm going to come get you. I'm going to come get you. She said, I'm picking you up. Where are you? I said, I'm good, Sylvia. She said, no, it's raining. I said, I'm good. I thought you was at my house. She said, I'm outside. Where are you? I'm outside. Block is doing this shit too. Block is behind this shit too. I never responded after that. Because now I'm like, why you at my fucking house? So when you hear the audio of Sidbo saying, yo, I tried to turn her around and from coming to your house. That's what we was talking about. So then she say, look at the New York bond request. I sent it. Check your email. Watch this. When I keep telling y'all that that's them changing their names, and Dana, how you know? Listen, I changed my name on my other page to Joe John. Now, how many of y'all people seen Joe John up in y'all chat? How many people seen that up in y'all chat? I changed my name on my other page to Joe John. How many people seen Joe John up in that chat? Then she say, no, then I said, I'm waiting on Aunt Lily, Sylvia. Can you keep me posted with that? And she said, okay, got you. Right? So then Sylvia get in a group chat and say, where are you guys? Is Dana going on tonight? Oh, tonight? Then she said a day later, shh, I changed my name to Louis Pierre. So when Louis Pierre kept popping up and I kept telling y'all that that's Sylvia, and y'all kept saying, how you know? Nigga, I got the text messages. One thing I'm going to tell you is we used to be a group. So then she said, me, Dana, what the hell wrong with you? Yes, it's me. Check your message. Because I ain't know who the hell it was. But once again, I made it look good in front of the people. But behind the scenes, I told her, I ain't know what the fuck that was. So then she said, okay, thanks. Let me know when you finish. I'll call you back. I said, okay, you can call me now. She said, they are threatening you, Dana. I said, who? She said, Dubowski and Kevin. I said, now? She said, Dubowski said he put $3K on your head. Yes. Not knowing that she was the one behind this shit with them. I ain't gonna tell you how I know that. I'm gonna let that out at a later date. So then she say, well, this is me. Now we talking about the car. I said, hey, Sil, what happened today? Did Ronald ever come back? She ain't respond. She sent me 2 links. And this was her live. I said, let me in. And then she never responded. So I come back, I say, hey, Sylvia, what time did you and Ronald want to come over to bring the car? She said, we tried to come yesterday and we called you, but you never answered. You have to wait for him to call me back. He driving. Okay, cool. Now we back to Demetrius. So the Demetrius called. I don't know what that was. Demetrius called, right? And then he said, you recorded our conversations? Shaking my head, talking to Sylvia. Because at this point, he's looking at my live and I'm playing the conversations. And then he said, you do some backstabbing shit. Then you want to say you scared and call the police. You recorded me without my knowledge and call yourself tricking me. And people wonder why they come up hurt. That was totally deceitful and disrespectful. And people like you want to call others a snake. You a rat, right? I read that though. So some lady hit Sylvia and said, you fat, obese, ugly ass, ape looking bitch. You deserve everything that man does to you. You suck his dick after he takes it out of my pussy. Ugly ass whale, die. All your mirrors must be cracked, bitch. You even shaped like an obese orangutan. No wonder he doesn't want his thing in you. He said it feels like a nasty ocean. I don't know who this was, but Sylvia was spooked. Evidently, Ronald was spilling his feelings somehow. Uh-oh, let's go there. Demetrius Smith. Uh-oh, let's go there. Let's go there. I don't think people weren't ready for this. I told you all about it. I don't think people is ready for this. Now we enter Nipplegate. Here we go. Demetrius Smith said, Sylvia, don't send me stuff like this. She sent toys, her when she was working at the stadium, 4 dildos, 5, 6 dildos, her nipple, her in some dirty water right here, Falcons game, her picture. Then Demetrius said, Sylvia's nipple, don't send me stuff like this. I don't mean to scare nobody, but that's what was said.
right? So I don't mean to offend nobody, but I'm going through them. I'm telling you. So, and Demetrius Smith say, don't write me again, rat bitch. Motherfuckers like you need their head cut off. Don't ever contact me again. I don't ever want to see you. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to see you. Then he said, stay off my pages. Don't subscribe to me. Find somebody else to play with. I do not play with people that deceive me. Stay away from a woman. Hold on. Stay away from a woman. Keep the fuck out my life. Stay the fuck out my life. I promise you, you don't ever want to see me. Stay your raggedy, low-down, trifling ass away from me. You skank ass bitch. This is what this is what he's saying. But then hold on. Wait. Gang this. I'm gonna go back for a second. Go back for a second, right? Why is she getting Dallas Parks to send stuff like this to Demetrius? Why is she using her daughter to send stuff like this to Demetrius? So then she say, you are really a piece of work. You did stuff and now you crying like a little boy. So now she antagonizing him. But she came running to me, asking me to protect her from him. So then she was telling me something, and I said, I don't remember who that was. And she said, Lord, you're getting old. I said, nope. She said, why did you hang up? I said, I have an attitude. I don't want to take it out on no one. Then she get mad and say, I'm done with you taking my wrench. You keep doing that crap. So once again, her stuff is about dumb stuff, right? So Demetrius talking about that, blah, blah, blah. And then she say, you know who the real rat is. The Sifu is your middle name. You should be ashamed of yourself. You lied to me. You can call me whatever you want, but don't threaten me. We know who the real rat is. And then Demetrius said, don't write me again, you rat bitch. Motherfuckers like you need their head cut off. Don't ever contact me again. I don't ever want to see you. Right? So she told me something about what's going on. I said, thank you. Then she come back and she said, Angelo and Larry are live on IG. Screen record. They are talking crap. I said, where at? She said, IG, Angelo. I said, okay, I can't. They will see me. Right? So, what I was talking about on V Lenore chat, all this going on. Sylvia and Randall was acting like they was terrified of Deboski. So she said, this is Deboski texting me at 4 a.m. That is stalking. I guess he was thrilled from my tits picture. Expose his ass. I said, who is he asking about? She said, Larry. And I left that shit alone. Until I really thought about it. And I was like, why is you pulling Sylvia and Dallas credit report? And then me and Randa talking, and the whole time they was trying to set me up because I was taking up for them. And that's when I said that I will slide on him for them. So then we come with another fake page. She said something, I said no. Then she said, Joe John. I said, never gave him one until now. She said, I did. My name was Pierre Lewis. I can't keep up with all these goddamn names that they changing their shit to. So what I do, I go back to what I know. Okay. Demetrius Smith. Okay. Let's get to the car. Now we're going to talk some shit that got her cooked. Now we gonna talk some shit that got her cooked. She asked me, can I help her take some load off of her because her husband bought a new car and they couldn't afford this car no more. The car that's on the screen. So I ain't think nothing of shit, you know what I mean? I'm really like, you know, cool. I told him cool because we was cool at the time. I said, I'll go ahead and I go ahead and take it off your hands or whatever. Cool, it's no problem. Not that I needed it, but it was a necessity. So I was like, cool, no problem, right? I didn't know that this car was going to come with a bunch of problems. I didn't know this car was going to come with a bunch of problems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing that right there because I'm going to give you the updated basis. She went to Dennis Byron and she told Dennis Byron a bunch of goddamn lies. And instead of Dennis Byron coming to me and asking me like, yo, what's going on? He took her side because he really thought that, you know, she was about to give him some butt. Or she really wanted him. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then she said, I didn't have insurance on the car. She said, I didn't have insurance on the car. She told Dennis Byron that I was on their insurance and I was riding reckless and I was doing all this other shit. I told you, when I get tired of shit, I get tired of shit. Come on, man. What the hell going on? Hold on for a second. Okay. Okay, let's do it like this because I don't know what's going on. All right. So when you look at this, I'm gonna ask you a question. Don't you see my name on a 2014 Nissan Altima with the VIN number 1N4AL3AP4EC178403? That's what I'm saying. Like, so I thought I didn't have insurance. And this wasn't no gap insurance neither. This wasn't no gap insurance. This was full custody. Or whatever you call that shit, full insurance, whatever it is. I just pay that shit every month now. So, hold on. So then she told Dennis Byron, I didn't pay nothing. And then it said, he ain't even pay the first joint? Nothing. Listen. This is why I say don't play with people, right? Her husband sent me the portal. Here's the portal. He had to pay $375.30 a month, right? And so far, he only paid 33% on $19,875.65. So can somebody tell me what is the total of that, please? 33% on $19,000. I believe, to be exact, $19,478.75. That's what it was. So can somebody tell me, what is this? Can somebody tell me what is the remaining balance from that? From 33%? You know what I mean? So she told Dennis I wasn't paying nothing. But what did it say? Pending to $375 to Ronald Tumasimi. First car payment, May. From who? Dana. Y'all see what this say? Y'all see what this say? One thing I do is I pay my bills. Whether you like me or not, I don't give a fuck. But I'm going to pay my bills. Because technically, just because a lot of you motherfuckers out here janky, don't mean I'm janky. And that's on God and all of his disciplines. So you see it say pending, right? You see that? You see the green light? That means successful payment. So my question is, when are y'all going to stop listening to the lies of the bootleg ass Kattni and Lacey? When y'all going to start holding those people accountable? And I'm talking about the zoo. Now watch this. They told y'all that we was beefing about something else. So I told them live on Facebook. She said yes. She said, I resent it and I sent Sebo. Dana, please give me a wrench to Pierre Lewis. Hey, look at your text. I added a next account. I need my wrench. Pierre Lewis. I don't know what the hell a next account is. $13,050.76 and remaining. They only paid $6,427.98. Watch this shit. Alicia, I owe you an apology. Toy, I owe you an apology, and I apologize to y'all because y'all were the only two that sat back and said they want you to pay that car down, and then they're going to try to take it all back from you. And I argued with y'all. So then I said, got it already. Right? This right here is Antoinette going at Sylvia. And something happened. And she said, and Sylvia said, persons I am talking about. No name was ever mentioned on that. So why your delusional mind phantom me saying your name shows that you're the liar? Now stop texting. That's what Sylvia told Antoinette. So Antoinette said, you don't tell me what to do. And like I said, you told the story as like poor Lord Sylvia paid for everything. And everyone fucked you over or fucked over you, not me. You didn't pay for none of my things, lady. You are a liar. And as dar as you not knowing me, I can't tell you stayed in my inbox on IG. Didn't even know that was me you were talking to. And unlike you, I'm employer, not an employee. So I got all the time in the world. And she said, okay, enjoy, be great. Antoinette said, fuck you. This is when Sylvia doxed Angelo. And she sent me the whole joint. And when I wouldn't go live about it, she got mad. And this where the domestic violence thing on Angelo and the child abuse DV came out because Sylvia doxed him. And what Sylvia does, she don't just dox. And I want y'all to hear this. She skipped Trace. You gonna hear that again. So here's me. I'm trying to be the good Samaritan. I said, hey, Sylvia, are you bringing a car today? She never said nothing. We talked about that. About them threatening me, and Dubowski said he put $3K on my head. Man, them niggas can't do shit to me. We talked about Demetrius Smith. Oh, let's go here. Let's go here. For the record, because I ain't playing with none of you motherfuckers. Joycelyn Savage. And for all the dumb people who thought I was joking. Sylvia put, hi, Joy. This is Sylvia. I saw you at court. I was with who? Let's go here. I was with who? Please know that I'm here for you. Rob calls me Mama Sylvia. He do not. He do not. So what did Joycelyn say? Hi, Sylvia. I just spoke with who? Just trying to get money for a ticket to Atlanta. So I told Joy to document everything that you said to her and send it to me. How you think I got this? How you think I got this? And then you said, are you able to get a ticket? Joy said, no, they took everything. I don't have a dime to my name. I was trying to get someone to cash at me. What did you say, Sylvia? How much do you need? Back to the car. I called out the VIN number. So I asked Sylvia, I said, what's the VIN number, Sylvia? I said, 260,000 miles, right? She said, yes. I said, okay, that's the VIN number. Now watch this. Sylvia, isn't this the same picture you sent to Dubowski? And you gave him the tag number and everything? So this ain't the first time that you done tried to do some shit to me with this clown ass nigga in Bolingbrook. This is not the first time. This is just the first time that I took other people's advice and went the legal way. Because I started to do it my way. And we wouldn't be talking about this. And I laughed at both of y'all. Then you put everybody that know this date, April the 19th, 2020, at 6:59 p.m. But the time I'm talking about happened at 4:36 p.m. But you text me and said, hi, I'm at your house. Where are you? You got me worried. Bitch, you know the feds came and got me. And then I said, wait a minute. I hit you back at 8:06 p.m. I said, hey, and I'm not home. Can't talk. While I'm at this location. Got picked up off of the Bryant Nix lie. I hate them people, but I'm good. I'll be home soon. What you say, Sylvia? Okay, let me know if you need me. I said, okay, I'm pissed though. I'm going to walk. I need to let off some steam. I'm good. What you say? I'm picking you up. You can't force yourself on me. And let's keep it a buck. And the whole time you was trying to fuck. And I turned you down many nights. But I wasn't turning down seafood though. And then you said, I'm outside. Where are you? I'm outside. Block is behind this shit too. Bye, Dana. Then you say, Oh no, I don't do nothing with CPS. Shout out to Hollywood Next, not trying to make you relive this, but I gotta keep this shit a buck. Who was that right there? 10/7/2019. Who was that right there? You sent the video of Hollywood Next kids fighting in the back of her car. And you sent it to the school and to CPS. And you said, hello, my name is Sylvia Parks. I was looking at this video. I am concerned for the welfare of these children with this parent. She is videotaping of these children fighting in the car. I saw the school tagged on this video. Thank you, Sylvia Parks. San Francisco, USC.edu. So at the end of the day, when I put out there that you was the one that called CPS on your friend, I wasn't joking. Just look at who your real friend is that take up for you all of a sudden. And if your other friend put an inquiry on your so-called sis and you know about it and you ain't saying nothing, you ain't the corporate behind this and you got a track record of doing it? That's why I never argued with Randa on this, because I know what I got and I know what you done. And Randa wasn't included on that. It was me, you, Levi, and Block. Because y'all didn't want Spit and Fire to know shit about it. Because the first thing Block said, Spit and Fire ain't going to be down with this shit. So while y'all wanted to make me the fall guy, and for 3 years, I kept licking my hands, as Prima say, like Birdman. Because I knew that y'all don't got shit on me, but I got everything on all of y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Why you keep taking my wrench, Joe John? You done switched your name again. Really? I said, I don't remember who that was. Lord, you getting old. Nope. Why did you hang up? Have an attitude. I don't want to take it out on nobody. I'm quick to say that. But wait a minute. Isn't this the same picture that you sent to the Boski, though? When you got mad at me because you wanted, and let's go here, you told Dennis I wasn't making payment arrangements, right? I'm going to tell Dennis this. Tomorrow, I'm going to unveil, Wednesday, I'm going to unveil me and Ronald conversations. Oh, that's going to get bad. Because that exposes y'all whole plot. That exposes y'all whole plot. So since you want to lie on me, oh, yeah, you're going to have to lie now. You're going to have to lie now. Because now I'm tired of it. You ain't going to keep lying on me and think I'm not going to say nothing about it. But then I said, yes, cool. Because you asked me, do I want it? And you sent me the car. I said, yes, cool. I want it. You see it right there. Then I said, what's the VIN number, Sylvia? Because at that point, as soon as you showed me, I'm putting insurance on it. But the problem was, and I'm going to tell y'all, and the problem was, you wanted to go to Chicago and be with the Boski. And you said that the money that I was paying for the car was your spending money because you was beating Ronald up and you was taking the money. And when I didn't do it on the date that you wanted, because that's the day that y'all got me evicted out of my crib and I lost my job. So I said, yo, I'm going to give it to you the following week. You got mad and you blocked me from Ronald's phone first. And I'm going to pause that there until I get to Ronald stuff. So it's like, I can stop right here. But why stop? Why stop? I'm on a roll now. I don't want to stop. Let's D-class part 2. And then I'll stop for the night. Tomorrow, I'm coming back with something else. So since you wanted to lie about the car, right? Since you wanted to lie about the car, and since none of the stuff that y'all tried on me worked, y'all tried to set me up with some bank fraud shit. Me? Bank fraud? Got me going crazy. So I said, hey, did you send me the number for Clara Smith? Because Sylvia didn't know that I was looking at her live, and she said she got the number for Clara Smith. So she said, what number? And I said, email. She said, check your email. Don't put my name, not NY. So she didn't want people to know that she was sending me the shit that I'm about to wear their ass out with, because they was going around saying that I was stealing from the dollar for the king. But the whole time she was the one going backdoor saying that I was doing it. Then she hit me and said, we need $120 by tomorrow for everyone that's going. I put, okay, but at that time I knew I wasn't going to Florida. The fuck I'm going to Florida for? So I said, hey, Sylvia, what time did you and Ronald want to come over to bring the car? She said, we tried to come yesterday and we called you, but you never answered. I have to wait for him to call me back. He's driving. I said, I had the police in front of me. I was on a lockup, but I'm here. Then I hit her back again. I said, late on that day, I said, hey, Sylvia, is Ronald back yet? She said, nope, he hasn't. I said, okay. But Sylvia, you told people that I begged you for this car. Then you told people, you told your husband until he gave me the car, and you wasn't going to sleep with him. Now watch this. I got proof coming when I declassed Ronald that was a lie. Now, if Ronald said that to somebody else, I don't know. Watch this. Randa said to call her 3-way. Then watch this. Tell him to play the recording. At that point, I knew Randa was recording. Because why would Randa want people to call on a 3-way and play a recording unless you recording and trying to get something out of it? Then she said, read my message in the chat room. I said, laugh out loud, I can't find it. Hold on. Then you sent me this. I said, he is Junior. And then she said, you just showed my name. And then she said, your friend couldn't help himself after this one. I said, wow, he wants to be nosy. Laughing emoji. So we talked about the car. And when I said I had to put work into the car, you said I was lying, right? So right here, and like I said, ain't none of this in order. You text me, Ronald said we have to take it back. I said, I just filled the coolant tank up because it just started squirting coolant from underneath. But it was raining, so I couldn't do nothing. I sent you what I use. I said, man. And I sent you the Race Pro 50/50 ready to use antifreeze coolant. And you text me, is it leaking? I said, it's raining. I'll find out in the AM. Damn, everything was fine until about an hour ago. So then you hit me on June the 3rd, 2020. You said, Dana, have you sent the payment to Ronald? He just asked me. I said, not yet. Our agreement is set for the 22nd of each month, though, due to the car was pushed back being fixed. And can you send me the amended agreement, Sylvia? You never sent it over. She went ghost after that. So I told her to call me on that number, 470-355-8221. So what got to my mind is, why did you want to get paid on the 3rd if our agreement is on the 22nd and I just paid you on May the 22nd, but then you turn around on June the 3rd and say you wanted to get paid again. You know what I'm saying? So if I was behind, if I was late, if I was wrong, wouldn't you have said something here, Sylvia? But you didn't. Because y'all had y'all plan in motion to smear my name on the goddamn joint, on the goddamn internet. So I said, what's the link so I can download Presidents? What'd you say? I'll call you back. I said, call me ASAP. She said, hey, Marquita, mom died this morning. I said, I'm live again. And then she said, since you're not answering in my call, I guess you don't want me to come over. I guess you don't want me to call or bring the car or something like that, or bring the car either. I don't think I responded after that. So then you doxed Don Russell. And you talked about how he filed bankruptcy and all that. Cool. That's me asking if, you know what I mean? That's me asking if Ronald came back, and I said, hey, Sylvia, is Ronald back yet? You said, nope, he hasn't. Okay. Then you said, this would piss you off. When I said, okay, then you come back and say, I am cool. You have a good life. I said, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. But if that's how you want it, I'm not going to chase nobody down. I didn't do shit. You never said nothing, right? Then you hit me up, and for the idiot that went on V. Lenore channel talking about I had a police report, bitch, go suck a dick. Sylvia said, good morning, everyone. At Dana, here's my police report number for Newton County Sheriff for Daboski pulling her and her daughter credit. And that's the Cash App that she was using at the time. So come on, man. That's why I told V. Lenore, a lie don't care who tell it. Don't go lying on me. So then this right here, but I said, I'm about to go live. And she said, okay. Did you go live? I don't see you. I said, I'm getting ready now. Out the blue, she said, take her wrench. But I said, I am. That's what me and Pashley Gangster got into it. And then she said, she just requested for you to take it. Passionately Gangster is advertising phases on your page. I said, okay. She said, check your email, book email. Okay. So then, here goes the sex tape. So I say, no disrespect, Sylvia, but I'm on a warpath. Don Russell and Daboski, along with Tyson, forged the fucking sex tape with Damon Pryor and sent it to Angel Cruel, whomever she is, and making it seem like I'm raping people. And that shit never happened. And that chick that I posted in a group is the one who's the new CEO of the enterprise and the one getting people information. That was Flea Baby. And then Sylvia started sending me motherfucking Cook County zip codes. Like, what the fuck is going on? This is when she doxed Don Russell and everything. And then she says, send Randa the link. Okay, we talked about that already. Boom, boom, boom. I said, I'm live again. Here you go. I said, I'm live again. She said, since you're not answering my call, I guess you don't want me to call about the car either. I said, in 5 minutes, hit the link. The fuck? You can't hold no live over my head. And then this is the first time that she went live. Test for sharing. And she was live for 4 hours and 41 minutes and 53 seconds. And that's when she told her story of how she essayed Ruth. I'm going to put it out there. I don't give a fuck. So then that's when I told her about the leak and everything. And she said, Is it leaking? I said, it's raining. I'll find out in the AM. Damn. Everything was fine until about an hour ago. Then it started jerking. She said, Ronald was pissed. Well, this is the same day that I got the car. I only had it for like a half a day. No, a little more than a half a day because y'all brought it at 11 o'clock in the morning. And this shit started happening. I text you, what time was this? It was like 7:30-ish. So then when I get in the house at 7:57, I said, I'm about to go live. You said, okay, Sylvia. Then you said, did you go live? I don't see you. I'm getting ready now. That's when you talking about to take a wrench and all that shit. Okay? So, as we was putting the information together, you text me, you said, Randa said not to say anything. Who bosses Randa? So I said, right, send me that PUA information. I'll do it tomorrow. Ain't no working it out. Because they wanted me to work it out and with people that I didn't fuck with no more. No, ain't no more working out. And then she said, Randa said to call her. Okay, whatever. Okay, cool. But I was the bozo. And nobody liked me, right? Get the fuck out of here. So I said, I don't know what you're talking about. But if that's how you want it, I'm not going to chase nobody down. I didn't do shit. And then you text me, check your email. I said, okay, are you live? You said, yeah, come in for a second. I said, see if you can see your message before I start. Then I told him, I said, tell Ronald don't fuck with them car people no more. They took his money and ain't do shit. You said, what happened? I said, they didn't put no coolant in it and it ran hot. Thank God I'm filling it up. I'm filling it out now. I'm filling it now with coolant and the transmission light came back on. What'd you say, Sylvia? What? Damn, I am going to tell Ronald. And I sent you the light. I sent you the joint of the transmission light that came back on. At that point, that let me know that you got this from a buy here, pay here, and there was something going on. So with that being said, this is just D class 1. And because it's late, I'm going to stop right there. But I got a lot more from where that came from. A whole lot more. Remember, I got a bunch of devices going on. I got a phone that's just sitting here that have all our communications in it. And one thing about me, ain't none of them niggas that you run to can whip my ass. And I'm declassing all of it. Everything that was said. And if any of you niggas want to see me, we can go in the field and hit. I said what I said then. I stand on it now. If we made an amends after that, then cool. If you got a problem with it, then we can hit. I'm that nigga. I ain't running from nobody. I don't duck wreck. So with that being said, do you want to go live and tell the people the truth about the car? Because from what I understand, that it was a tracker on the first car. That's how you found it to get the plates. Now, while you went to YouTube and told them people that it wasn't no tracker, let's talk some facts. Because what I'm going to do is the next court date, I want everybody that you lied to come to the court date because I want them to hear the truth. I want them to hear you admit it. And then I'm going to look at their faces as it's being read out in court. And I'm going to say, who's the liar now? I took hits. And people in the dream team was like, Dana, fire back. No. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. And the reason why it's not time yet is because you got to let them unload all their guns. You got to let them unload the clips. You don't got nothing else to shoot with now. And I ain't even unload not one clip. So you know what that means? When I decide to hit, I'm going to come back with vengeance. Sound like my president, don't it? Say whatever you want about me, but I just put the truth out there. And you can't run and say I'm stalking you. I'm just clearing my name from the assassination that you and your Jungle Zoo people put out on me on YouTube. Just like you told them people, you ain't do certain things. How was I able to show what you said you ain't do? With your name on it, coming from you. Now watch this. You bragged about you gonna come live with the receipts yesterday, and the only reason why you ain't come live and show no fake receipts is because I said on a live, the way they operate is if they don't show their so-called receipts right then and there, they on the backside making up bullshit. And I said, don't show no made up and receipts. Because y'all make up text messages, y'all make up emails, y'all clone pages, y'all good at it. I ain't gonna take that from y'all. Y'all good at skip tracing people until somebody punch you in the mouth. Then you cry victim. So at the end of the day, I'm just getting started. And when I seen one Pat smear running around talking about, oh, book them this, book them that, I sat back and laughed. I said, oh, only if she knew. Only if she knew. Only if she knew. But what I do is I let you walk that mile. And then I close that bitch off and you can't backtrack now. Because now I'm standing there like this. You got to come through me to backtrack. And while you trying to backtrack, I got all of your dirt. Now here's the question. The reason why my hands are clean is because I'm the only one with a set of nuts that told everybody what I did to them for y'all. And I told them, y'all might not like it, but shit, it happened. Just like when Dennis played that virtual joint and he was dogging the shit out of me. I said, nigga, you better be glad I ain't see that shit. I would have drugged Dennis from here to motherfucking Texas and back. So when people talk about, oh, Dana, you dumb because Dennis be over there with this one and that one. Listen, I see everything. I see everything. Dennis a grown-ass man. He got to make a decision without influence of Dana J. I don't got shit to do with Dennis' decisions. But I told Dennis, yo, if you really cared about V. Lenore and Wisdom Daughter and you owe them a public apology, and if it's something from backtracking behind that, pull them behind the scenes away from everybody. That shit between him and V. Lenore spiraled out of control. I don't got shit else to do with that now. That's beyond me. I don't know what happened for them to break up like that. Only thing I know is what Dennis say and what she say. So you got one side, this side, and the truth. I don't give a fuck about the truth. I really don't give a fuck about the sides. So I'm stepping the fuck out of it. Let's keep it real. That's none of my business. They were friends before me. Or should I say, they were friends and before I even knew about Avi Lenore. I don't know. I still don't have no beef with V. Lenore. I don't got no beef with nobody except for two motherfuckers. And they know who they are. And they know whenever it's on site, baby. We gonna get funky like a monkey, as Dusty Rhodes say. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. So with that being said, this is just day one. We got 4 more days left. 4 more days left. It is what it is. So when people talk about, oh, in Dana's case, the prosecution said the witnesses in New York. Well, now they know the witnesses in Georgia. And I'm quite sure they talked to their witness, right? But your lawyer put your case on a back burner because that murder case giving him more money and you ain't giving him shit. So with that being said, I guess we can go get on a little machine from TikTok and start shaking ourselves so we can lose some weight. Or we can hold virtual weight classes that show our weight looking like inner tube tires. But when you lied on me, you did yourself a disservice. I don't play those type of games. So now I'm going to declass everything for all of the internet to see. Hey, why not let the internet pick a side? Shit. Maybe Dennis will go get you another dress. Now he's seeing that nipple. Shh. Just remember, I have yet to show the other body parts that you sent Demetrius. That's coming too. I don't care. You started some shit. And everybody know my motto. I don't start nothing, but I finish everything. I don't start nothing, but I finish everything. And you're going to learn that line on me, that shit ain't going to get you nowhere. So go ahead and sleep good tonight. You got 4 more nights of hell with me. I'm going to play audio. I'm going to show video. And everything I show is mine. That's the crazy part. Ain't nothing coming from you. It's all mine. See, I guess you could have learned how I do that, right? Too late. I don't fuck with you. And in court, I am presenting everything. And you still don't know what I'm doing. Sad. But keep listening to your YouTube lawyers. They helping you out. Sad ass case. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what's going on. But when it's too late, you're going to realize that you open Pandora's box and you let a whole demon out. Your fault. With that being said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. And before I go, I heard the lies. Lily? I heard the lies rated R.
Hold on.
How you doing?
All right,
Okay.
hold on.
You can't get past this. And I'm going to play this shit to the day I die because it's funny as fuck. And this is your voice, not mine.
To let you know that
he appreciates everything that you're doing as far as, you know, not so much as discrediting people, but just letting people know his stance in all of this and him being not guilty in all of this. And he just wanted to say that he appreciated it. On the other note is, he asked me, did I ever find out your real name? I told him no, I didn't. But that you said that he would tell who you are to him once he was released and able to do so. So he's content with that. He just wanted to say to whoever was behind the Levi for Kelly, because he doesn't know that particular name or nickname.
What, sweetheart? What? Yeah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. So I can keep talking.
Oh yes, ma'am. Keep talking.
Okay. So he just wanted to say who was behind that name, to just tell them thank him, because he has been hearing from people that have been writing him, not family and friends, but fans and supporters and all of this, that have been writing him, telling him about what was going on out here. He doesn't care to hear about social media stuff, but when it's something that's good on his behalf, he appreciates it, and he wants that person to know that he appreciates it. So,
let me know when you're ready for me to respond.
Okay. He doesn't know your affiliation, or if you are familiar with whoever the Sharon Wimbush lady is, but he has not authorized anyone to speak on his behalf and talk about any type of money that he's supposed to have in his account, because he doesn't even know if he has any money in his account. So that was pretty much it. And the rest is just a message for me, yeah.
That's it, okay. Let me, can you hear me real well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I don't know who you spoke with. Mm-hmm. I don't know as far as like who you spoke with. Mm-hmm. But what you just basically said to me, and I'm a straight shooter, Lily, and I'm a very serious man. Mm-hmm. And I want you to listen to me, please. Mm-hmm. First of all, everything you just said sounds insane, and let me tell you why. Okay. First, I want you to listen to me. I want to make this clear. Okay, please allow me to make this very clear.
Wait, before you do it, let me get a pen and paper. I
please and make sure and get a pen and paper. Record it.
I can't record.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that kind of stuff, but
okay. I want to take notes. Okay, please. Well, whoever else is recording it, I want them to record it. What I'm about to, I allowed you to speak. All I want you to do.
I'm going to say no recording is.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. I listen to me very closely. Okay. I allowed you to speak, and all I'm asking is that you allow me to speak. Because what you just said, but you keep talking when I'm talking.
I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Please, you push the mute button.
Okay.
First of all, what you said to me is basically, in essence, that my cousin don't know who I am. Mm-hmm. Which is absolutely insane. It's like someone calling you saying that your brother or your mother or your uncle want to know who is Lily. I want you to listen to me very close. Listen to me very close. But I would appreciate if you push mute so my words will not be interrupted. Now, the whole purpose of this call was to try to create a picture to whoever's listening, whoever's recording, that I came on the scene a year ago with my cousin not knowing who I am. This false narrative was pushed after he was locked up. I was speaking with my cousin at least every other week when I first started Levi for Kelly. My cousin knows my name, for one. For two, it seems to be a concerted effort. Now that I'm doing debates with the grown man, now that I'm moving this movement forward in the right direction where we're discussing Rob and only Rob, getting away from the DJ Tysons, the bullshit, the Boski, phases, all of that groupie shit. I'm doing real shit. And I'm insulted that you would try to actually play me like that. Listen to me closely. Understanding that I was told two or 3 months ago that you were asking about my real name, about basically, niggas want my social security number. They want my real name, my date of birth, where I live. Is none of no one's fucking business. As long as my cousin know who I am. Okay, it would be no. Now listen, no. You have to let me finish. No, let me finish. I will listen to you after you listen to me. I did not interrupt you. I did not. Okay, I'm not going to swear. I'll say this. I'll say this. I'm going to say it to Dana. I'm going to say it to you. And I'm going to say it to anyone else who thinks that I'm some kind of fucking fool. My cousin knows me. I know him. I know shit that the sisters don't even fucking know. And you tell Phases, if once anything else said about me, I'm going to put the shit out there in black and white. Because I'm a serious man. And I don't play games. Now you, Lily, told me yourself that you were licking girls' asses. Did you tell me that or did you not? I did. Okay. Not the okay. So listen. As a grown ass man, I just want to get that out there when you said my cousin knows me. I know him. I know shit that the sisters don't even fucking know. And you tell Phases, if once anything else said about me, I'm going to put the shit out there in black and white. Because I'm a serious man. And I don't play games. Now you, Lily, told me yourself that you were licking girls' asses. Did you tell me that or did you not? I did. Okay.
Now for y'all to say I'm not for Rob, fuck y'all. That's how I put it. And that go for you fuckface Casey McDaniel, you crater face fucking unalive wannabe hero, and you swollen ass, fat ass, different impersonation living in our head, Lily. Y'all can all go suck a dick. That's how I feel about it. And I'm out.
Guilty to me. I'm still holding secrets of people that betrayed me. No, they don't deserve my loyalty. But I always keep my word. Don't preach loyalty to me.
Let it won't overbook me. I was down bad, I shook. Ain't nobody gave shit to me. I took it. My swear part shit since they looked it. Why niggas, do you know how long it took it? Why niggas, when I take too long to book it? How shit can smell what I cook?
The fuck up.
I'm glad I told you so. I was yeah, give me turn around, turn up on both niggas.
We going back at it tomorrow at 7:30. No, 7 o'clock. S.
Niggas stop, see it, stress. But I'm out here studying on business. Bitch, book busy and I'm blessed. Niggas broke talking about who the best. You go sticking notes all over my desk. I was saved by the bell like I missed the bell. They hate to tell the nigga you failed. I'm popping, plus this ice on me. All my pockets swell. I'm up and thank you very much. I'm going out like Elvis.
That's how we rocking over here. But see, motherfuckers think it's a game. Let's run that back. Y'all have a good night. I'm out. Thank y'all for joining. For y'all that's spectating, hit the like button going out. We going better every day this week. I ain't playing no more. Let's go.
Yeah. You put your bags back. You a trash bag? Woo! 10-9. Tennessee, stand up. Dick ride. Ah. Yeah. If you want a trash bag, with you want your hashtag? Thank y'all for joining. Tomorrow night is gonna be worse. What is hashtag? If you a hashtag, that nigga Dana J fucked the whole internet up with this one. That big ass gorilla.
A hashtag now. Let's go. See y'all tomorrow. Don't be late.